Pythagoras' theorem problems. So the first problem we're looking at is this. A tower is supported by a wire that is 20 meters long and is attached to the ground 10 meters from the base of the tower. And the question is, how far up the tower does the wire reach? And answer to the nearest 0.1 meter. So the first thing we need to do is we need to draw a diagram of this information. So the first thing I should draw is I have a tower. So a tower is really some vertical line. And then this tower has wire that is 20 meters long that is attached to it. And that wire is 10 meters from the base of the tower. Now my software has already made this into a triangle where I've got a height h. Now the question is, how far up the tower does the wire reach, which is what I'm calling h. Now, Pythagoras' theorem says that the hypotenuse squared is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So remembering the hypotenuse is opposite my right angle. So I have 20 squared equals h squared plus 10 squared. And now I'm going to work out each part. 20 squared is 400. H squared I can't do anything with at the moment, and 10 squared is 100. Now I like to have my unknowns on the left-hand side, so I'm just going to rewrite this equation with my numbers swapped across the equal sign. So now I've got my whole equation. I need to have h by itself, so I'm going to subtract 100 from both sides. So I get 400 minus 100, which gives me 300. Now I need h by itself, so the opposite of squaring something is to square root something. So h must be the square root of 300. And then I'm going to pick up my calculator, and my calculator is going to give me 17.3205. And I'm going to put dot, dot, dot because my calculator gives me more than that. But the question is to give the answer to the nearest 0.1. So if I have a look at it, that means this must be 17.3. Now, a word question needs a word answer. Therefore, the wire reaches 17.3 meters up the tower. Find the perimeter of this triangle correct to one decimal place. So in this question, we're being asked to find the perimeter, and the perimeter is the distance around the outside of a shape. Now, in this case, I have a right angle triangle, and I need to find x before I can find the perimeter. Now, because I have a right angle triangle, I'm going to be using Pythagoras' theorem. And Pythagoras' theorem says the hypotenuse squared, which in this case is x, is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So that means the other two sides that are squared. So using Pythagoras, I'm going to use my calculator, and I'm going to do 10 squared plus 21 squared, and that's going to give me 541. Now I want x by itself, so I'm going to take the square root of 541. And you can pause the video and work this out yourself. And I'm going to round that to one decimal place, and that's going to give me 23.3 meters. So now that's going to help me to find the perimeter. So perimeter is going to be equal to all of the sides added together. So that's 10 and 21 and my 23.3. And if I work that one out, I'm going to get 57.3 meters. Thanks for watching.